What's up, guys? I'm Youngster Skaymore, and I am here to give my first impressions on Injustice 2, which is another game that I got for Christmas. Pardon. So I don't know if I'm gonna edit that out or not. That was like, if I didn't edit it out, that was like 2 minutes with my brother. If you can hear him, I'll probably keep it in just because why not? Oh my, Sean! I am recording a video. Stop opening the door. He comes in when he threw his tissue out. He threw his tissue just on the garbage. It just bounced off and landed on the floor, and he just didn't clean it up. So I'm gonna have to clean up his tissue. So anyway, as I was saying, I am pretty sick, so give me a break if I sound a little funny or if like I'm breathing a little heavy or funny or something like that. So sorry about that. And he is actually sick too. That's why he had to blow his nose. Yeah, it's a pretty sick house right now here in the Skaymore household, which is that's not our name, but that's just my nickname. But I probably shouldn't say it. I don't know. I've said my name on stream before, but whatever. Or not on stream. You know what I mean. But I guess there's not really a benefit in just saying my last name, even though it's obvious. If you want to find out what my full name is, this is not very difficult to do so. But I don't know. I feel like I shouldn't just like say our last name. I don't know. Anyway. This has been a weird opening to this video. Anyway, what's up, guys? I'm Youngster Skaymore. And today, I'll give my first impressions on Injustice 2. I know I already said that. So Injustice 2 is a game I got for Christmas. And if you don't know what Injustice 2 is, it's a fighting game. It's a fighting game based on DC superheroes. So, and it is the second in the series, given thus the 2. But I never played the first Injustice, and I know very little about the first Injustice, so I don't know like how this game is different. So I'm not gonna really be able to comment on that. I played about 2.5 hours of the game so far, but it wasn't just story mode. So my brother actually started playing this game before I did, so I played about, I don't know, maybe an hour or probably about 45 minutes. I spent playing matches against him, and then I did the story mode for about an hour and a half to an hour 40 minutes, something like that. So probably like an hour and a half. So that's what I've played so far. And before I know I kind of do this a lot in my first impressions videos, but like I did it in my Horizon video, I know, but I'm gonna very briefly say, I don't have that much experience with fighting games. I have a ton of experience, well, okay, with traditional fighting games, I should say, because I have a ton of experience with Smash. I've probably played the Smash Bros. Series for about 1,000 hours, or at least almost 1,000 hours in total, because I played the 3DS version for like over 300 hours. I think that was in my log or something like that. I played the Wii U version for probably only like less than 100, but still a lot of hours. And I played Brawl for many hundreds of hours, but it's not measured, unfortunately. But I've played Smash so much, and I also recently got Rivals of Aether, which I've played for like 50 to 60 hours. So, but those aren't traditional fighting games. Those are platform-based fighting games. So I don't have that much experience with this sort of traditional fighting game, but so this is like the first one that I really owned and dug into. I got Tekken 7 earlier this year, but then like after playing only a little bit, like my hard drive messed up, and so like it got deleted, and I just never got back into it. Also, I wasn't loving Tekken 7 from when I played, but the only one that I guess, like I played like Street Fighter a bunch of times, just like at like the dentist. For some reason, they have like these arcade cabinets at the dentist, so I played like Street Fighter there. But I've always been a little bit like worried or overwhelmed by fighting games, because some of them like Street Fighter, I guess in particular, I don't know if it's necessarily Street Fighter, but I know there are some fighting games where like the inputs are just like, I feel like they're unnecessarily complicated. Some of the inputs where it could just be done like in this way. This is what I really like Smash, and that was not clear, but that's why I really like Smash, because every character like has the same inputs. They all have different moves, but each have the same input, so it's easy to understand. It's actually another fighting game that I played a lot as a kid. Is this like Teen Titans fighting game on CartoonNetwork.com? I don't know what it was called, but I played that a ton, and it was a pretty traditional fighting game. But anyway, Injustice 2, I've really enjoyed so far. It is a little bit overwhelming, but not in like a bad way. It's just because each character has so many different moves. It's kind of ridiculous. Like let's see, there's 3 different buttons for main attacks. There's light attack, medium attack, and heavy attack. There's like light attack, down light attack, back light attack. And there's this. Wait, so let me start. So there's standard light attack when you're not pressing any direction, down light attack, back light attack, and up light attack. And then for like medium attack, there's standard, down, back, up, and forwards. And same with heavy attack. There's standard, down, back, heavy, and forwards. That's like 14 different attacks already. Then each character has a grab, which is L1, And then each character has like these special attacks. I don't know if I think that's what they're called, like special attacks, something like that. And that's like unique inputs. So it's like right, left, like for Batman, for example, that's the character that you use in the beginning of the story mode, and you go through the tutorial with him. So I know some of his right, left, X is like this slide attack that he has. Down, left, X, or sorry, down, forwards, X is like this hook shot. This like grappling hook attack he has, like, and then it's like down, or like down away X is like a upwards hook shot, and then like a back forwards Y or back forwards triangle is like a batarang. So that's like, and then there's like a couple others. So that's like at least 20 attacks right there, which is like a lot. Well, even in Smash, I guess Smash Bros has that many too. Like Smash Bros. Let's see. Let me count the. Maybe it's just because it's probably just because I'm used to Smash Bros. That this is overwhelming to me. So it's gonna take a lot of time to get used to everything. Let's see. Smash Bros has. Let me count them. Jab, grab, F tilt, up tilt, down tilt, F smash, up smash, down smash, standard special, side special, up special, down special, nair, forward air, back air, up air, down air. That's like 17 right there. So I guess Smash has a lot. Yeah, I guess Smash has a lot too. It's just that that's what I'm used to, I suppose. So this is like seems really complicated to me and really overwhelming. But I guess it's really not that much more. And I think there's a couple others too, like let's see, there's. And then there's like a super attack that you can get, like when your meter fills all the way up, you can do that. So it's like, but that one is like, I don't know, pretty easy to remember. But that's like 21 attacks. Oh, and then also each character has like the other face button. So 3 of the face buttons are those 3 different attacks, and the circle button is like a character power, which is basically just another type of attack that they can do, and that adds like 1 or 2 more attacks. So it's like low 20s. So there's so many different attacks. But I guess even in Smash there's almost that many. So it's not really fair to say this. Oh, it's too complicated or too overwhelming. It's just that I'm not used to it, so it's going to take a lot to get used to, I'm sure. And I'm sure the extra complexity is good in a fighting game. It just makes it have a little bit of a higher barrier of entry, but that makes sense. Like, it shouldn't be easy to master a fighting game, because it has to have a lot of depth. And I understand that. It's just, you know, it's just a little overall getting into, but I'm enjoying it a lot. And, like, I'm worried about, I was worried, I guess, about, like, kind of like memorizing, like, what each of these moves do, but like what each character's move is, but like I do it in Smash pretty easily, so I wonder why. Maybe it's more difficult because like I don't know, because like maybe they look more similar to each other, whereas like I don't know, maybe it's because like it's kind of obvious, like when you see a Smash character use a move, like, oh, that's clearly the F tilt, or that's clearly the side special, that's clearly the down special, that's clearly the up air, whereas I guess in this game, for example, it's not quite as clear, you know. Like, is that the down light attack? Was that the down medium attack? Was that the down heavy attack? Was that the forwards medium attack? Was that the standard light attack? Was it the standard back attack? Heavy attack? Was that the forwards back attack or heavy attack? I don't know. So maybe that's the thing, or maybe it's just me not being used to it. But I'm not sure. But it is really cool that each character has so many different attacks. So like the fighting style, and also I know there's the different. Like each attack like hits a different part of the body. So like some attacks hit like high, or some attacks hit medium, some attacks hit low, and some attacks are like overhead attacks. And you can block attacks by like holding back, but you can also hold back and duck. And you can also jump. So each attack's like blocked a different way. Like medium attacks can be blocked, I think, by holding back or holding down and back, ducking and holding back basically. Then like low attacks can only be blocked by ducking, and then like overhead attacks can only be blocked by holding back, whereas like high attacks can be ducked or blocked by holding back, but completely avoided, I think, by ducking. So that's another thing that's like, but it seems so hard to react like fast enough to do all that. But I guess you just gotta get good at the game, and that probably takes a lot of time and practice, which is I'm sure a good thing. And let's see. So I the first, like I said, I played about 45 minutes. I really enjoyed it. Wonder Woman is the character I selected first. And I just used Wonder Woman pretty much the whole time because I didn't want to like spoil the story mode by using all the characters, so I just stuck with Wonder Woman. And I actually really liked her. I found like a strategy that was working really well, at least against my brother. And I'm sure like that's not saying much, but he had at least like done either beaten or played a lot of the story mode at that point. So I was happy that I was winning. But I mean, he's younger than me, so I guess it makes sense. And also, I'm much more of an avid gamer, given, you know, I have a YouTube channel about video games. But still, I found something that was sort of working well for me. And then the story mode. Here's what the story mode's about. So you start off. By the way, so I don't know what the story mode in Injustice 1 was about, but like so it's a little weird playing Injustice 2, having not played Injustice 1, not knowing what the story is about. But it starts off with this thing that's like a super, like I think, who was it? Like Joker blew up Metropolis, which I think is Superman City. I'm not the biggest comic book fan. I'm not a comic book fan at all. I've barely read any comics. I don't think I've read a single DC comic ever. A couple Marvel comics, and I've seen like some movies, but I'm not like the biggest like superhero movie fan. Like I like them, but I'm not like, I haven't seen like every one or anything. So I'm not like, I'm not like crazy familiar with these characters, but obviously I'm familiar with these characters. Like they're very famous characters. So anyway, Metropolis is like Joker blows up Metropolis and kills Superman's wife, and then Superman decides to kill every criminal, basically. So he goes to like Arkham Asylum and starts trying to kill every inmate. So that's why Batman and Robin try to stop him, because Batman's against killing, so he thinks this is not the right way to do it. But and then you have to fight Superman. You have to fight like Cyborg, because he's like trying to stop you, because a lot of the different heroes have teamed up with Superman, and some villains also. Or actually I don't know about any villains. But then you have to fight Superman. But then Robin like decides like that he agrees with Superman. He like kills an inmate, and they have to fight Robin. So Superman and Robin flee after you beat both of them, and then but then it's like but that was like 3 years ago. So then it comes back to now. And it like, so I'm guessing, I don't know if that was what the story of Injustice was about, Injustice 1, because that was like 3 years ago, and now it's like talking about present day and what's going on. So I'm not sure if either this game bounces back between those two time periods, or if that's just what Injustice 1 was about, and that was maybe recounting it, because then it's like 3 years later, or actually earlier it said 3 years earlier, but that said modern day, and it was like, it shows Bruce Wayne talking on the TV, and he's like, which is Batman by the way, and he's like ever since this has happened, like Superman is in jail, my own son Damian, which is Robin, is in jail, like it's not easy, but we have to like move on and stuff like that. And apparently people are like hesitant to move back to Gotham City because they're like afraid or something. And then he like goes down to like his little and by the way, and he said Joker apparently died 3 years ago also. And then he goes back down to like his Batcave, and then Harley Quinn is there, but she's like good now that the Joker is dead. She's like good, and she like helps Batman. And then these two other people come. I don't remember who. They're like these two good guys, but I don't think I knew the guy I didn't recognize. There was a girl also. I don't think I recognized her either. Did I? I don't think I recognized either of these two. But they go with Harley Quinn because then they're looking at like Batman's computers, and he's like, yeah, we still have some loose ends that we have to worry about. And there's this like gorilla guy that they're talking about, and they're like, and there's like a couple other villains, and they're like they send Harley Quinn and the two other guys down to these villains to like go stop them. And then what happens is like Poison Ivy's there, and she like traps them, and like Scarecrow's there also, and you have to fight them as Harley Quinn. And I did one other thing after that, but it's kind of a spoiler, so I'm not going to say what it is. But that's pretty much all I've done. So I'm not that far in the story mode, but the story mode I'm really enjoying so far. It's very cutscene heavy, like a lot of cutscenes in between every fight. There's a lot of cutscenes, and they're very well done, and they're very enjoyable. And the plot I am definitely enjoying so far. Oh, there was one thing I forgot to mention. Actually, before all of that, the first scene they showed was like of this woman running on Superman's home planet, Krypton, and she's running, and then she gets like her parent, or I think it's her parents, I don't know, and she's like, and they're like, we're sending you to Earth with your cousin Clark, which is Superman, but Superman's a baby, so like Superman flies away. The cutscene was much longer than this, but I'm just summing it up. So Superman flies away in a ship as a baby, and then this girl flies away, and this girl, like, who's like 20 years old or something like that, if I had to guess, flies away on. She could be much younger, much older, but she's like, I don't know, I would say about like 20. So they fly on the ship, and the whole planet explodes. And there was this like brain guy, like this like giant brain monster that looks like Mother Brain from Metroid, like doing stuff. So I don't know if he'll be relevant in the plot at all, but that was pretty freaky. But anyway, I don't know how that's relevant to the plot of Injustice 2 at all, but I guess it must be, right? But like that was back when Superman was a baby, so this woman must be like really old by now. Not really old, but like pretty old. Like at least like I don't know how old Superman is, but she's at least like I would say about 20 years older than him. Not at least, but about. So I wonder how she will come into the plot, or how that factors in at all, if Superman knows she exists or what. Like I said, I'm not very familiar with like DC comic lore, so I'm sure it's obvious to some people who that is, but not to me. Anyway, I'm really enjoying the gameplay so far. Considering this is like the first traditional fighting game I've gotten into since like I was like really young with that Teen Titans game. I'm enjoying it a lot, and I'm really excited to like get a better understanding of the game and its mechanics and to get better at this game. It's pretty hard to like react. Like the reaction time is pretty difficult. Like I'm not very good at like reacting to the enemy attacks in time, and I'm not that great at like knowing what attacks to use. Like I'm starting to like I'm trying to figure out like what attacks are best to use in what situation, but sometimes I end up sort of just mashing a little bit. But hopefully I get better at the game, and hopefully I don't know. I think I don't know. I'm really enjoying the game. That's what I have to say. I really want, like, I'm recording this right now because I didn't want to keep playing until I recorded this, because then it wouldn't be really my first impressions anymore. Because I don't think the story mode's that long. But so that's why I wanted to record this video, so I go play some more, because I'm really enjoying it. I would definitely recommend it from what I played so far, and I'm excited to give, you know, my more detailed impressions, or like in maybe review form or something like that, after I play a lot more. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to, I say that, you don't need to. Anyway, be sure to like, I was going to say be sure to follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, but like, I don't know. I don't feel like I need to say that at the end of videos anymore. But those links are always in the description, so if you're curious. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tell me in the comments if you played this game, what you think of it. I know I normally cover Nintendo games, but for my first impressions videos, I want to, you know, talk about all the games I'm pretty much playing. And I don't only play Nintendo games, even though I would say I primarily play Nintendo games, I guess. Or they're definitely a big interest of mine, but it's not that, like, that's all I play. So, if you enjoyed this, like, me talking about other games, like PlayStation games and stuff, let me know. If not, I guess let me know. I'll probably also talk about them anyway, but I'm curious to know what you guys think about this type of videos and if you're interested in them. Thank you so much for watching. Tell me about what you think of Injustice 2, if you've played it at all. And if you have any tips for me not being very good at it, let me know. And I will see you guys next time.